Bladed Articles.
Hello and welcome to Bladed Articles. Today for you guys we have got one of these, and this has been very kindly sent in by one of our subscribers, John. Thank you very much for that, bud. I really appreciate you letting me try this absolutely awesome knife out, so thank you very much for that again, bud. Anyway, let's get on with it. This is the Chaves Ultramar Sangre Street Black Canvas, or in black canvas I should have said, and comes in the classic Chaves box, and got the Ultramar series down the side there. Just slides out and you have a nice little magnetic open, and here she is. Now this one, there's a little bit of a backstory on this one, and I will get into that in just 1 second. I want to get these out of the way. So this one was obviously this was sent in by John. Now John purchased this from another knife YouTuber going by the name of Slick. So Slick, if you are watching this and you do have any additions, please by all means drop them down in the comments below. So as far as I'm aware, and from what I heard from John, this is a 1 of 1. This has been customized. As you can see, you've got the blue anodization going on there on the actual titanium scales, and then you have got the purple back spacer and pocket clip as well, and I think it works rather fucking well. I really like this blade, and John, you know where I am if you ever want to give your baby up. It's yeah, you know where I am. So this one comes in at, or did come in at, as far as I'm aware, you can't get this anymore. This was coming in at 299 USD, which is the equivalent at the time of recording to £218, and I think it was a couple of extra pence. So to be able to own a Chaves knife at £218 is an absolutely cracking deal, and that's what he went for with this line. And I think it might have been the Ultramar line itself. They were a more affordable knife because he used to do a lot of customizing, custom builds, and he reached out, I think, to Reate, I think it was, and they created this absolutely stunning series called the Ultramar. And in particular, this one is the Sangre Street Flipper. And fun fact for you, Sangre means blood, so technically it's called Blood Street Flipper. And it's kind of got that mean name. I'm guessing from the mean look of it. I mean, it's pretty cool. It really is. I absolutely have loved using this one. It's been a real user. So on to the first point, which is the colour and scales. Obviously you already know the colour of them, which is, when we get that open, the blue, and they are titanium, and along with the pocket clip as well is titanium on there. There is no lanyard hole, unfortunately. However, when you do have a Chaves knife, this is me and my opinion only, I definitely want to show off that pocket clip. I'm not a huge fan of skulls, I must say, but he's done a spectacular job on making it relatively subtle, I suppose, but also quite cool at the same time. So you see that little beastie poking out there, you know they've got a Chaves knife. So on to the third point, which is the carry style, and that is only right-handed tip up carry. As you can see, you can't change that over, as far as I'm aware, because obviously you've got this inlay of black micarta in there, and they did do a green version with the micarta, and yeah, unfortunately you can't swap it. But like I said before, I want to show off that pocket clip personally. It has been riding in my caddy, my leather caddy, so it's kept it nice and safe, and it is a very thick knife, so it has, yeah, it stayed in my caddy because that's used for obviously smaller knives, and this was quite a big beastie. So next point, which is the blade, and that is coming in at CPM S35 VN. There we go. and that is, as far as I'm aware, on the entire Ultramar series as well. And I love S35VN. It lasts ages. John actually said he didn't sharpen this before he sent it to me, and I'm gonna hazard a guess that this is still shaving sharp, because I have run it through its paces. John said, yep, it's a user, so I tried to be careful, but obviously use it as much as I could as well. And there's a few little dinks on there from when it was with John, but he's that kind of a guy that he actually let me use it as a user. Now, not many people, I can say, would do that. So going back to the S35VN, yes, I love using it. If I could have it on quite a few of my knives, I would. I mean, obviously, the better the steel, the better the edge retention, corrosion, all of that good stuff. But this one, yeah, definitely serves its purpose, and I would be happy to pay £218 for S35VN titanium micarta and ultimately a Chaves / Reate knife. It is definitely an amazing knife for the money. So going on to the next point, which is the centering and the lock. So we will just have a look at the centering. Now, I haven't touched this, and I'm not going to touch it because obviously it is not my knife. Now, that looks pretty centered to me. If I was being seriously pathetic, I'd say that was a smidge to the right, but that I'd be happy with that. It's not rubbing, and it's a user, so I would definitely carry on using it and not touch it. On to the lock, which is obviously a frame lock, as you can see, and it does have the stainless steel insert in there. Just seeing if we can get a good view of that, and you can change that if need be with the supplied screw in there, which is always a Brucey bonus. On to the length now. Excuse the screaming kid, not mine, just out in the garden screaming away as per. So let's have a look at the cutting edge, and that is coming in at, when we can get it on there we go, just under 8 centimeters. So I call that 7.8 I'm going to go for on the cutting edge, and then the overall length from point to point, that is coming in just over 19 centimeters. So sorry, just under 19 and a half, so 19.3 I'd go for. And the closed formation, just over 10 and a half, so 10.6, 10.7 at a push, I would say. Now onto the screw sizes, and I have not tried this, so this is first time for you and me, because obviously it is not my knife. Let's go for, no, I'm going to go for this size here. No. Okay. Interesting. Just trying to get a good view at that. It's a bit loosey-goosey in there. And that is a T7, but a T8. Unless I was putting it in wrong. Oh no, yes, so was. That's what she said. So nice and tight, and then let's just double check the other side. Nice and snug, and let's go for this one here. Yeah, that's T8 as well, and then these three for the inlay. Yep. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all a T8. And the one for the pocket clip, I can't actually get in there, but I can imagine by the look of it, it is a T8 or smaller. But seeing as they've made them all with T8s, I'm going to say that they are 2 T8s in there. Don't hold me to that though, but I'm not going to take this apart and try it, because obviously this is not my knife. Let's just chuck them back in a random order so we can't find them later. Cool. So let's have a look at the logos now, and there is the classic Chaves key on there. And also I was watching a video the other day, actually, quite old video I must say, and the logo for the pocket clip is actually derived from that logo there. So it's without a few features obviously, but it is more or less there, the same eyes, the nose, the actual build structure, it's all there, which is quite neat to know. Just a little fun fact for you. And that is pretty much all she wrote for the logos. But I absolutely love this lightly tumbled finish on the blade as well. There we go. I like tumbled finishes because they don't show up the scratches as much, and especially as John is using this for a user, and I have been, it's great at hiding them, I must say, because I've gone through a few things that I've put it through its paces, and yeah, it's not showed up. Not showed up at all, as far as I am aware. Anyway, going back to the steel quickly, we have been through food, cardboard, so much packaging and tape, obviously, because it's yeah, that's one of my main jobs. And then we've got carpet, foam, wood. We've had cable, some actually bigger gauge cable, because I thought this tank could handle it, even though it says 35 VN. I've done it on a couple of different eyes, but I thought we'd give it a good shot with this one because I wanted to really give it a good go. We've also been through, what else have we had? We said we've done some food cutting with it. Not that that's a tough task for it at all. Anything else? Had some carpet actually this week, and yeah, a fair amount of wood, to be fair. I thought this would give it a good chance on the S35VN, and we'll see how good John's sharpening techniques have been. So on to the hair pop, and we shall see. So let us have a little looky. We're going to go on the upstroke. Oh my days, there we go. So as you can see, John's sharpening skills are on point, and you have got quite a few hairs popping there, and we'll just go around the back side just so we can pick up a few more, and they are firing off. There we go, there's a few more in there. So I call that still a shaving sharp, and I'm just going to do a quick size comparison for you just so you can obviously know the size. I thought I'd bring my big knife to the table, John. Slightly bigger, I must say, but it's not as expensive, and it's I would definitely have a Chaves. And also I thought we would go for a Luna, as everybody knows what a Luna is pretty much, so you can see that up against the size of a Luna, and hopefully you have either one of these, and or know somebody who does, and you can kind of gauge it from there. But overall, I definitely would have one, especially at that price of £218. I don't know how much John paid. He's more than welcome to share it in the comment section below if he's watching, which I'm sure he is. But I would happily pay £200 for this knife. It is titanium, it's going to last. S35VN, made by Chaves and Reate. It's just, yeah, quality materials and flipper. I can't argue it really. It's the only thing that I found which had not bugged me a little, but was a bit like, oh, all right then, was the logo there. Like, I get it, when the logo's out, it's like kapow in your face, real nice, real good, perfectly straight. However, when it's closed, it gets blocked off, and that's a real shame. I thought maybe it would be in line with the actual top of with the spine of the blade, maybe, and then it'd be, you know, on show in there, and also it'd be, well, it'd be at an angle there, wouldn't it? It you know, you win some, you lose some kind of situation, really. Swings and roundabouts. It's good on one side, but won't be good on the closed formation. So, you got to take it, I suppose. But it is what it is, and I'd still be happy with that. And yeah, absolutely fantastic, this knife. So thank you very much again, John. Thank you everybody who has stayed and watched thus far. And I will put a link in the description. I think they're still on Blade HQ, even though they're not in stock. So if you wanted a little peek poos, I'll link that down in the description below. But as I said before, stay happy, stay safe, stay shaving sharp.